Like this military family from back east that was here last month. They had 5 kids, husband and wife, and they were watching TV, and all of a sudden all the clocks stopped, everything got quiet in their house, and they said there was a craft out in their field by their tree. And this lady was freaking out. She said, I got to go outside and breathe. I still can't look out my window because it was very recent.
Ooh, scary, huh? All right, let me know when you're recording. We're recording, okay. Oh, can you feel the energy? I can. We are on the side of the highway, and we just made it to Roswell, New Mexico. Come on in here a little closer, Kim. We were just gonna make this a quick stop, but we decided to make it an entire day. My buddy Paul runs an outfit in town. We're gonna hang out with him today. He does a tour where you can go to all the places that were important during the big Roswell crash incident in 1947, and we're gonna maybe even go on a UFO hunt tonight. Maybe we'll get abducted. If they're gonna take anybody.
We'll get abducted.
So let's start over. You kind of interrupted me. If they're gonna take anybody, they should take me. I know everything about everything in this country. They could ask me all the questions and shake me down, and I'll give them all the inside information about anything they want to know, as long as they don't poke me and prod me too much. I don't want to get that. And if there's anybody that knows about UFOs or is excited about aliens, it's me, because I think I'm like 1/8 alien. Are you still rolling? I actually think a lot of people in town think all this is stupid. There you go. Mappy's made his mark on Roswell.
Complete. Proceed to probing station.
So what a lot of people don't know is she was actually killed. After she stepped out of the hangar, she was shot in the head. They told the family that she committed suicide because she was scared what she saw from the weather balloon.
Roswell, New Mexico. So exciting. Not really. If it wasn't for the UFO stuff that happened here, it would just be a regular boring city out in the middle of the New Mexico desert. There's really nothing special about the place. It's kind of boring, kind of sort of poor, mostly Hispanic place these days. Very blue collar. You wouldn't like it here. There's a bunch of tough macho men in town, and they vote like it. 3/4 of the population here voted for Donald Trump. But we're not here for should you move here or what's there to do for fun, Nick. We're here because of this stuff. Everybody's heard the story about what happened here in Roswell, but I'm going to summarize it in 30 seconds. 1947, a UFO crashed out in the desert about 75 miles from here. There was no doubt about it. It happened. A lot of people saw it. They saw the alien bodies. They saw the spacecraft. And the government covered it up, pretended it didn't even happen. They still lie about it. There's a lot of theories as to why the UFO crashed out here. And one that I buy into is the aliens were snooping around. There were a bunch of nuclear weapons in the area. I think they came to check that out. And there was a monsoon and they crashed. That's what I think. But who knows why they came? They could have just been around the corner and had to pee. Regardless, the whole place is just totally UFO'd. Totally. They love aliens at the Kanoko. Alien zone. Gosh. Aliens everywhere. Wow, look at the spaceship and the McDonald's. Even the Dunkin' Donuts has a alien thing. Aliens rocket ship. Imagine that. Alien, 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 alien. And now we're going to take a break from the Roswell video to talk to you about identity protection. Every 6 seconds, somebody's identity is stolen. You might be next. That's why it's important to protect yourself on the internet. That's why I highly recommend Aura, the sponsor of this video. Aura is an all-in-one digital security company. They're easy to use. You sign up for a 14-day free trial and enter your personal information, and immediately you're going to be shocked about what you see. I tried Aura, and within 5 minutes, it told me my social security number was leaked on 2 different websites, and my email address and certain passwords were available on the dark web as well. What the heck? Aura will remove my personal information and continue to monitor my data on the web 24/7. They'll let me know when my information shows up in data breaches with real-time fraud alerts for credit and banking. That way I'm protected and I can sleep better. And you can too. Data brokers are out there collecting and selling your personal information, and they're giving it to marketers, scammers, even stalkers. Happens all the time, even if you think you're being careful. Passwords get leaked, phone numbers get shared. What good does it do to have your front door locked when your back door is wide open? With Aura, you'll be able to stop those scammers in their tracks. You'll also be able to remove your information from the web, which will help eliminate spam calls, spam emails, and spam texts. Those are the worst. You can try Aura for 14 days for free. Sign up at aura.com/Nick Johnson. In those 2 weeks, you'll discover where your data has been exposed and sold. Stop leaving yourself vulnerable to data breaches. Go to aura.com/Nick Johnson for a 14-day free trial. I'm not leaving myself vulnerable, and either should you. Thanks, Aura, for sponsoring this video. Now back to Roswell, New Mexico. So you think the people who live here would be over it, but they're not. Kinda. I think the whole economy here relies on our obsession with outer space. You think they'd have 27 hotels here just for the Roswell Symphony? So one day we drove around and I asked random people in town what they think about all this alien talk. I'm Nick. We have a YouTube channel. I'm asking people in town about UFOs.
What?
I'm asking people in town about UFOs. Oh, UFO? Alien? English? No English? Okay.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. He doesn't speak English. Are aliens real? Do you have an opinion on that? No?
The only aliens there is the ones from Mexico.
Yeah, okay. Do you think that aliens are real?
I don't think so. No.
Take that. Why?
Because I don't see it. You know? If you see one, I confirm the aliens exist. If you don't, for me, no.
Well, that's because they're invisible. They're smarter than us. How you doing? Hey, we have a YouTube channel and we're just asking people about if they believe in aliens or not. Can I ask you?
No sé.
UFOs?
No sé English.
UFO, like UFO. You believe in UFOs? No?
No sé English.
No English. Okay. All right. Thank you. All right. One said no. I don't see them. They're not real. The other one said the only aliens are from Mexico, and he's Mexican too. All right then. Well, I was just wondering. We're asking people about UFO activity. Do you believe in aliens or UFOs?
Yeah, I've seen them.
You've seen them?
Yes.
Where?
Oh, in Germany.
In Germany.
Yeah, I was stationed over there.
Have you seen any around here?
Yeah.
What? Tell me what you saw.
Oh, it was a bunch of 7 or 8 of them going around the buildings, towers.
¿Crees en los extraterrestres y los ovnis?
I don't know.
All right, this is the famous spacewalk in Roswell. Ooh, you can hear the creepy music.
This way, humanoids. Beware. This way, humanoids. Beware. Continue to
All right, let's go in. Oh my goodness. Look at all this stuff. Joe, you've got a shop here that's got all kinds of alien stuff that you can buy. You print shirts. What's with the fascination with aliens here in Roswell?
I think it all goes back to 1947, the crash that happened here in Roswell. Nothing that I can personally prove to you at the moment, but yeah, my mom's originally from here, and she was around, she was born in the 60s, but she was telling us about it, and growing up, hearing the stories, coming back here to visit. I'm originally from San Diego, moved here about almost 6 years ago now. But I mean, it's what we have. It's what we basically survive off of here, to be honest with you.
So do you believe in UFOs?
It's hard to say no. I've been living here for almost 6 years. I do live like a little bit in the country area, lights in the skies all the time. Now, I can't confirm it, like I said. We do have the world's second longest runway at the airport here down south. It could be related, but at the same time, we never know,
All right, thanks, man.
Yeah, of course.
Appreciate it. All right, what's your name?
It's Bear.
What is it?
Bear.
There.
Yeah.
Tell me about the UFO stuff here in Roswell.
Well, they make us money. We get visitors from all over the world. So I live here. I've been here since '06. And Roswell is a really nice community. And we get these visitors that are interested in something weird. In my opinion, it's weird. But it brings us people, it brings us money, and it makes Roswell more lively than it otherwise would be. It's good for us.
So do you believe in aliens and UFOs?
I think anybody smart enough to get here would be smart enough not to bother.
All right, man. Do you live here?
No, I'm from San Antonio, Texas.
Okay. How do you feel about UFOs and aliens?
I was raised to believe I was one.
Really?
Yeah, it was a running joke in my family.
Okay. So what did they mean by that?
Well, because I was born in a car, and the running joke was that my alien family dropped me off in the dumpster and my parents found me.
Okay.
So ever since then, my dad, he would always be watching stuff on TV about UFOs and aliens and all that. So it made me believe it too. So.
All right. So you think they're real?
I'm sure there are.
Yeah?
I wouldn't say they're not. I haven't seen one myself, but there's nothing to say that there isn't. So.
Right on. UFO fizz, whatever that is. Even the streetlights have alien heads on them. God, every restaurant's in on it. Is all about, I think I'm gonna have alien thongs. So how do you feel about UFOs and aliens?
Well, I don't know if I believe in them or not. I mean, if they're out there, they're out there. If not, whatever, Doesn't really matter to me.
If they did come here, they'd probably be like wanting to be in America because we're the best country.
Yeah. They'd probably sit over on the Gulf of America somewhere.
That's right, bro. All right. All right, what's your name, man?
My name's Anthony.
Anthony, UFOs, yes or no?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Have you ever seen anything weird?
All the time.
What do you see?
Lights, shadows, hear noises. I mean, if you can hear something that's not there, wouldn't there mean that there'd be something else that you couldn't believe or see?
Yeah. Do you live here in town?
No.
Okay. Where did you see all this paranormal activity?
In Clarkston, Michigan.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Clarkston, Michigan. I grew up in a haunted home.
Oh.
Yeah, candles flying off the walls, cats spinning around, books on top of the fan, randomness. Brother standing up in the middle of the night, find him in crazy places. Mom blames it on insomnia or some other type of sleeping disorder.
Okay. All right. There's a lot of people here that are true believers, let me tell you. I mean, everybody I meet says they believe in aliens here if they speak English. Oh, here comes some Mexicans. I know my Spanish now, so let's see if I can ask them. ¿Crees en los extraterrestres y los ovnos?
Sí, yo creo que debe haber otros habitantes en el universo. No creo que seamos solamente nosotros. Tiene que haber.
Yeah,
sí, así es.
I have no idea what you just said.
Well, in English, yes, I believe, because I don't think that we are the only ones in the universe. So, yeah, we think that there must be a lot more. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
It lasts for like 5 days normally.
What kind of phone is that? Oh my God! It's like
8849.
It looks like an alien phone.
It looked like that, yeah.
So I got a chance to practice my Spanish, and he answered, and I don't know what he said. He had to translate. But here's the McDonald's here, and as you can see, it's a tourist attraction. You can eat your hamburger inside of a UFO. Let's go in there and talk to a real expert, somebody that knows what they're talking about.
And we have an alien shop that we started a few years ago. My boss is actually, his name's Dan Dwyer, and his grandfather was the lieutenant firefighter here in town during the crash, and he was the first man on the scene. They called in the military, and this piece of art shows what Grandpa described he saw when the military showed up. He saw one alien that was alive and 2 deceased, and they were transported to our local military base, well, air base, and they called a local nurse in from St. Mary's to help with the autopsies. And as well as his aunt, her name is Frankie Dwyer, and she is on Unsolved Mysteries and all kinds of different interviews. She was the little girl around town that went in and blabbed her mouth. So when she got back to the farm, the military was waiting for her, and they basically said, you get in that room away from your family. And they scared the crud out of her. So she is in most of the interviews online and things. But
does she still live in town?
She's deceased, I believe, by now. Yeah, he actually hasn't met his grandfather, Dan. Yeah, he was quite a bit older. The only reason I know, my mom's the youngest of 12, so my grandma was a nurse with the nurse that did the autopsy. So what a lot of people don't know is she was actually killed. After she stepped out of the hangar, she was shot in the head. They told the family that she committed suicide because she was scared what she saw from the weather balloon. And they said she wrestled the military man's gun out of his holster and killed herself. What I grew up hearing was that they killed her and another local officer, the only 2 that weren't connected to military. They have a plaque for her down at the museum that says she just committed suicide. But the family, couldn't get any answers for a long time. So that, I grew up hearing about that. I remember a family function where they were talking about that. So only one person's validated the officer. A man came in here, and his dad had been stationed out here, and he walked in and said, my dad told me about the nurse and the officer they killed. And I was like, you're the first person that mentioned the officer, like I heard growing up. So
there's a lot of like lore and covered up and secrets, and
definitely.
I mean, this was very very interesting.
Yeah, and I've met a lot of military people. A lot of them say we got a lot of fiber optics technology, some technology that they're trying to figure out how to use right now that allows them to see through metal walls. But I've also met people that had companies back east that were hired by the government to slowly release the technology they found so it can't get traced back. I've met a man recently who does, I guess he takes high-ranking officials from secured locations, and he thought he knew about all of them in the United States. And he'd just gotten back from one in Arizona where it was specifically built to try and analyze a metal that was found. And he said it was 100% aluminum. They can't find anything to match it. It breaks all of their machines. And he's like, I thought I knew everything. And he goes, and then they took me to an underground place in Arizona. So I've heard, a lot of stories about kind of how they didn't want that getting back. So they were wise about it. But the Day After Roswell is a really good book where the main military man that was in charge kind of
spills beans.
Yeah, on his deathbed. So I hear that's pretty good information. But
so currently, what goes on around here now? Is there still UFO activity? Do you see anything? Weird lights?
We have this situation
interesting
going
stuff,
on.
Abductions. Have you ever had any personal experiences? I asked like 5
No, we do have a weird anomaly with storms the last few years where they break up and go around us, which is very odd personally. I think there's a magnetic situation. I did have a pilot that was in here just 2 weeks ago for the flight. We're going to be doing air races now. But he said he's never had his instruments issues, and he has a very specialized plane where they do like rescues, and he's like, I can flip that plane in circles. He couldn't get out of Roswell. Every time he would go, the instrument panel would go. It was really strange interaction, actually, because it was the husband and wife, and they were both veterans. And she was like, he's not supposed to be telling you this. He's going to get you in trouble. They were looking for a 3-fingered alien specifically because they can't find any that matched the ones they met. But they said they only spoke telepathically, and they're like, we want your husband's DNA, we need a stool sample, all of these things, because he's a sentient being. When he's on the base, he's absorbing every information possible. It's all within his field. So that couple, it was so weird because they left. She came back in and like leaned over and was like, he was not supposed to tell you that. He compromised security. Like, she was really wigged out. That's the first person that was like kind of wild like that. So it starts like this, like a triangle, and then you'll see like colors spitting out of it, almost like you're looking through a prism. And can you see it?
Yeah, I can.
You could?
I was trying to get the light glare. Okay. This was nearby here.
Yes, and this was on December 15th, the first time we saw it. This is what it turns into moments later.
Oh. And this is 15 minutes outside of town, west of town?
Oh, you can see it from my house. Sometimes I'll get out of work, it'll be there, I'll be gone before I get home.
Oh.
And then it kind of goes into lighter, and it'll look like one of those balls of static electricity. I remember from when I was a kid. It'll go. But my dad, he had binoculars out there. This is what it looked like from town before I drove out. But my dad had binoculars, and he said it looks like it has little squares, like almost headlights, shooting out these stuff. He was freaking out. For him, just being such a country boy, he was like, I don't know what's happening here. But that's been something, a couple ladies saw it last week. They came in the shop. Did you see that thing by the moon? And I was like, the fuzzy ball. That's what we all call it.
But your destination will be on the right.
Let's go to the UFO museum.
Let's see what kind of oddities are in here and facts.
There is so much history about all the details that happened. So here's what the UFO looked like when it crashed. And this is what it looked like when they looked at the alien body. Right here. He's little, but he's feisty. Maybe one day we'll be in a museum. I don't know how they have babies. types of reported alien beings. This is Nick Johnson. Hey, I was just checking on you. We got into town. Where should we meet you and what time?
And they decide to put out a press release telling the world the Army has captured a flying saucer. And so for a few bright shining hours, the whole world turns their attention to the town of Roswell, desperate for the answer to the mystery. But of course, the magic only lasts a few hours, because that very same evening is revealed in the next day's headline. General Ramey declared it all to be nothing but hot air. Just a weather balloon with a tinfoil radar target kite dangling below it. Dan Wilmot and his wife were sitting on that very front porch. And they looked out overhead into the night sky on a Wednesday night at around 10 o'clock at night, and they see a light in the darkness. A flying saucer passed right over this street. They came running down those front steps out here into the yard. They watched it disappear over these treetops and roof lines here to your left. Now, there's no way to know what exactly they saw disappearing off in that direction. But Frank eventually gave a description of the conversation he had with Mac Brazel, where he said Brazel tells him of what fell on his land. Oh, it's terrible, the stench, the poor little creatures, they're dead, they weren't human. And they've been ordered by the Pentagon to package the stuff up, these early samples, in a lead-lined bag, handcuff it to the wrist of a high-ranking courier, and have it flown immediately to Washington, D.C. for analysis. Oh, gee, I needed to wash the windows before we went to...
Yeah. Jeez.
About 1 a.m, Major Marcel pulls up into this very gravel driveway right here alongside the house. And he goes inside. Perhaps as a spur-of-the-moment thought, he decides he really wants his wife and his 10-year-old son, Jesse Jr., to see what he's brought back. And he walks in and he lays out the material in the kitchen. And the family gathers together right there, and they spend some time looking at this extraordinary material, which, of course, Major Marcel later describes as no thicker than the foil off a pack of cigarettes.
All right, so where we are right now is where the hospital used to be, where they examined the alien bodies. Somewhere out here. The mystery continues. The hospital is no longer here. Shh. There were alien dead bodies right here, somewhere in this beat-up neighborhood in Roswell. That's the secret military base where the alien ship was and where they did all the top secret stuff. Shh.
You have a couple of soldiers talking about how they've left their barracks. They're walking across the parade ground late at night, somewhere right here on this very field. And they looked up and they saw something going through the sky. But depends on who you are if you've seen very much out here. I haven't seen much, but some people do. And on this very spot, in 1947, a couple of soldiers did. I don't know. I made that up as I went along. kind of pieced together a bunch of crappy things into one little monologue.
Why are aliens so interested in us?
If they're coming here, it's probably because we are very unique, for whatever reason that may be.
Us or the planet?
Yes, us or the planet. It could be us, our diversity of species. It could be us, humanity, and our potential. It could be us, our home, because the planet has immense diversity and resources, or maybe a unique place in cosmic history for whatever reason that may be. I don't know. But everybody has their theories. It is we have this under control, stand by for further details, and then, of course, a few hours later, the further details are, ladies and gentlemen, here's your weather balloon, or here's your UFO, here's your flying saucer. It's a tinfoil radar target from a weather balloon. And what happens is that as the investigation continues, I favor this theory that they don't ever really learn where it's from, why it's here, how it works. And they never have any more answers to give. And because they've shut it down pretty well, they're like, wow, we kind of escaped that one. Why don't we just let it lie? That might be the lens to look at all of these events. It might not be, but who knows?
I got abducted once. They put something in my butt.
He did not. He did that himself. He never saw an alien.
Yes, I did. It was green, and it had big eyes.
You were probably on pot.
I don't think pop makes you see aliens, Karen. Mappy, do you think aliens visit us all the time?
I think they made you guys out of an experiment. They mixed their DNA with a monkey.
Well, I made you out of clip art. Does that make me an alien?
Or your god?
Where should we look for UFOs, sir?
Okay.
Like, where do we need to go to see them? Because tonight we're going to go look for them. Where should we go?
Well, let's see. Down in that area. You see that big tree?
The big tree. Okay.
You go down through there, then go to the left.
Okay. All right, we'll go down there and to the left. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to see if this gentleman says he's seen them around here. And he said go down to that big tree and make a left. So tonight maybe we'll come down here and we'll look by that big tree.
We do have this weird thing that's been in the sky. My dad's been out chasing it.
Oh, how long ago was this?
It's been an on and off the last few months since the orbs started happening.
Oh, the orbs. Where should I go tonight and see this that you're about to show me?
Definitely out, kind of where you would see Venus. Definitely west of town, where the museum is on 2nd. You would take a right on 2nd, and that'll take you out to the truck route.
Okay, we're out here looking at this beautiful sky. Kim, say hi. And we're looking for UFOs. We're on the edge of town. There's Roswell in the background. And the lady at the shop said to come out here on the edge of town facing west and we would see maybe some lights or some strange stuff. So that's what we're doing. And if I see anything, I'll be sure to turn the camera on. It's all gone now, huh? I can kind of see it. The red light's a antenna. Anyway, we're seeing weird lights. I'm not kidding.
I would laugh if it's
There was a light on that was not there. Where's that one that was on?
I know, the bright.
And there were like 4 or 5 lights that were going by and they're all gone right now.
But the girl...
Oh, look, it's back on. See it? Oh, there it is right there.
Yeah.
I have it on camera. What the fuck? There's another one next to it. See him?
Yeah, maybe.
Holy shit.
Like it. It's probably the girl from the gift shop. She said she has a farm out here. They probably mess with people.
That light is...
Are there drones with lights?
Not like that. I don't know. I'm filming some light that keeps coming and going and it's bright and then it's gone. And then there were like other ones by it and it's gone again. There's one now. And it's gone. What the fuck? There it is again. And it's gone. See it? There's 2. There's two big, oh shit. There's definitely two right there. It's moving around. We are seeing some shit, Kim.
You know, but it could be like just some drones. Like somebody's messing around with some drones.
Drones don't, they flash. I mean, it could be. Now it's on the horizon again. See it?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, it could be somebody's messing around, or it's aliens. We came exactly where she said to park. She said there's weird lights in the
She's
sky.
probably messing with us.
I don't know. This is what she said, and we came here and we're seeing fucking weird shit. Look,
she's
there, right there.
probably the one messing around.
Yeah, I'm sure she knew exactly where, and she's up there. She's that bored that she's flying shit.
She probably is. She lives on
okay, that is not
She lives
flashing.
on a farm in the middle of New Mexico.
Kim, look at that. It looks like it's getting brighter. You want to drive out there?
No. I'm good right here.
Well, we came and we saw, and we're sort of like, I can see why people are all into this. Down there or that way or somewhere out here, we saw some lights that were unexplained. That's all I can say. If you're into this stuff, I think you should come out and see what you think yourself. Maybe they'll even tell you the history of the world.
So why don't they tell us unless they've got something to hide?
Why do you think they wouldn't tell us?
Because I think it has enormous implications. The idea of aliens, sort of semi-humanoid creatures from another planet, is going to what do people who are religious, what are they going to think? Their whole belief system is based on a God creator. But if you've got aliens, humanoid from another planet, from many planets possibly, it raises all sorts of big questions. And I think what the government's decided to do is to keep quiet so people don't have to challenge themselves or the things don't have to be challenged in the world. They can carry on as before, thinking, well, something may have happened. It doesn't matter what it is. It's not important. But I think the thirst for knowledge, I think, will continue to pursue these things until we get the answers. But I wouldn't want to destroy them. I'd want to lock them up and in a very safe place and question them and see what it's all about. Because we will have a lot to learn from them, no doubt. If they're technologically ahead of us, we'll have a lot to learn from them.
What's the first thing you would do if an alien showed up at your bedside and you looked down and you saw an alien there? Would you be scared, fascinated, curious, excited?
I think I'd be terrified. I honestly do. I honestly do. You can imagine what an experience will be like for years, for decades, without having that experience. And you think you've covered all the angles, but when you finally have that experience, the sudden shocking reality of it is going to be something that you're going to react viscerally to. And part of that visceral reaction will be fear. Your heart will suddenly stop for a moment and then race. You thought you were prepared because you had imagined it over and over and over and over again. And when you're confronted with the reality, there are details that you could never have imagined, a context you would not have expected, and it shocks you. That's what I think.
Good, great. That was good.
I just make all that stuff up.
Yeah, man. Well, hey, Nick Johnson fans. So YouTube's pushing this whole membership thing now, and I think it's great. So I set one up for this channel. If you want to be a member on this channel, you can only do it on your computer right now. They make it hard for some reason. So go and hit join right there, and you can support the channel and join various membership tiers. I'm excited about it because I'm going to post all sort of behind the scenes content, extra interviews, fun mappy stuff, bonus songs, and more. Just some extra stuff that doesn't make it onto the main channel. So think about becoming a member. Huh, everyone?
You should join. I did.
Are you looking to move and need advice? I do consulting. That's right. I'll sit down and talk about where the next perfect place for you and your family should be. I do it all the time. Together, let's find you a new home that's safe and checks all your boxes. And I can also help you find your new house, too. Email me and I'll work with you on not just helping you figure out where to move, but I can help you find your perfect home, too. That's right. I know awesome, reliable agents all over the country, and I'd love to connect you to somebody who can help you search for that perfect home. And if you want to buy some Mappy gear, click the store link on my homepage. From there, you can check out the latest merch. There's hoodies, coffee cups, stickers, and shirts. Show off how much you love Mappy and support the channel. And I'm on Cameo too. If you want me to send you or somebody you know a personalized video message, go to Cameo and search Nick Johnson YouTube. It's fun.
Hey YouTube world, I'm Sage, Nick's manager. You've enjoyed a Corner House Entertainment production, so watch another one.
Hey guys, if you learned something new about America or what it's like to live in America, great. You should think about subscribing and turning on your notifications. You can also click one of these videos or playlists for more.